What's going on, guys? It's your boy John the Liquidator coming back with a major story. So it looked like we got some ground shaking, some movement coming out the WNBA pipeline. A reporter has pretty much let us know when to expect WNBA free agency. Now, one of the biggest talking points for this offseason has been where is so-and-so players going to go. We can't even have free agency without having a CBA deal done. Now, Annie Constable of Front Office Sports just released a groundbreaking articles, guys. We're going up to New York for this one, and we're already here. So, with that being said, let's head on over to X, man. We're going to jump right into this story. This is a big time story. And it's being reported that multiple WNBA sources tell Front Office Sports the best case scenario for free agency will be early March. And that's if they ink dries on the new CBA by early February. So let's say they have a deal done by the 1st of February. We still got an additional 30 plus days to do free agency, right? Now, this article is coming out right here, man. And it stated WNBA could be weeks away from delaying the season. So we know them schedules came out, dog. Them schedules came out yesterday. Everybody got their schedules. Now, my personal opinion, I still don't believe it's going to be a lockout. I just cold-heartedly do not believe that. I believe that they're deal done, but I could be wrong. See, I'm afraid to admit, hey, y'all, I could be wrong. Now, with that being said, the article goes on to say that the WNBA wants everyone to believe the 2026 season will tip off on May the 8th. Now, May the 8th is when the date's supposed to start. Now, I'm going to tell you, if free agency started in March, the season is not going to start May 8th. So that right there tells me ain't no ifs, ands, ain't no buts. The season ain't going to start in May. Because we still got to do free agency. Then we also got to remember there's a thing called training camp. Every team got to have training camp, bro, to prepare for the season. That's weight room. That's running the offense, defense that you're going to run. That's pretty much all the essential things you need to get ready for the 2026 season. Now, as of Friday, right, the Players Union was still waiting on a response from the league to propose to the proposal that they sent over a month ago. Now, multiple sources told Front Office Sport that the proposal the union is seeking a 30% share of the league gross revenue and a salary cap around $10 million, man. Everybody keep reporting. We already know this part, bro. Like, all they doing is copying and pasting the same articles, bro, every couple of days, man. Now, the Supermax will go up to 249. The minimum was 66,000. That's all. It's all the same stuff. Now, it goes on to say, somebody better start talking right now before I start screaming. Wilson, Las Vegas Aces are currently scheduled to start the 2026 season at home with the final rematch against the Phoenix Mercury on May the 8th before embarking on a 4-game road trip. So now I know we made a video yesterday about the Fever and stuff like that being targeted, but to me, it looked like a lot of these teams. Now no one's playing more back-to-backs. Kayla Clark and the Fever. I just got to be honest there. But the Aces, the Fever, and the Liberty will have road trips. I think they will have road trips just on the strength of them being the most popular teams. Now, the first back-to-back of the season is opening weekend when the Los Angeles Sparks play on May the 10th, and they left the series. I don't know what that is. Let's read the second paragraph. It says the second extension of the original 31 CBA deadline on January 9th, with no deal reached no agreement to a third negotiation or third extension. Man, where the part at about free agency, bro? Because I'm tired of reading all the same stuff. All these articles be all the same stuff. Now, it's stated the union is proposing eliminating the destination, although but the league has been unresponsive to the suggestion. Multiple sources believe the best case scenario for free agency will be early March. And if that ink dries, the new CBA could be signed by early February, giving the WNBA the rest of the month to plan and conduct an expansion draft in a typical year. Free agency begins in early January, and all major signings are commonly wrapped up by early February. Applying this same timeline to the current state of affairs would mean that an early March start date for free agency will give teams enough of a runway to construct rosters by the start of training camp on April the 19th. I don't know if that's enough time. So they basically saying that if free agency started in March, right? So the whole month of March for free agency, they're going to try to squeeze in free agency, squeeze in the expansion draft, squeeze in a lottery, and everybody's going to report back to training camp by April the 19th. That is the plan. That is the plan as of right now, if this deal gets signed by the beginning of February. Now, however, in the middle of free agency, front office will also be preparing for the 2026 WNBA draft, currently scheduled for when April 13th. So not only do they got to do the training camp plus free agency, they also got to get ready for these college young ladies coming out. Do I believe they got enough time to get this done? I don't think it's enough time on the clock. I ain't lying. Now, do I believe it's going to be a lockout? No, I don't believe it's going to be a lockout. But I also don't believe it's enough time on the clock for them to make that May 8th starting date. I think the season could be delayed 2 to 3 weeks if they sign by the beginning of February. I'm thinking 2 to 3 weeks delay, because you don't ever want to do anything in a rush, because when you rushing stuff don't ever go right. Stuff don't ever go right. And I feel like this could be leading us to a disastrous start of the season. People not knowing where they're supposed to be. Some of your favorite teams going to end up losing. The chemistry's not there. Everybody's forgetting all of that. You got new players waiting to get acquainted with their current players within 3 weeks. Then you got training camp. Then you got the draft. Then you got more new players coming in. I don't know. But the article goes on to say both sides have emphasized a commitment to the league's 30th season being played. Sources who familiar with the mentality of the owners have repeated that they have no interest in invoking a lockout. The union voted to authorize the strike in December, but has previously said it was a measure of caution and not an indication of what they need to do. This is getting very, very interesting with the WNBA. This whole lockout, but like I stated, I'm worried about free agency. I want to know y'all thoughts down in the comment section right now. Make sure y'all keep them bills on. I will be back with more content. And until next time, man, shake the haters off. I'm out of here, bro. Peace out.